Hello, Shakerites, JV hockey fans, and welcome into the JM Bartley Arena once again for the one JV game that we always broadcast. This time it's going to be Shaker versus the Menor Cardinals, and there's a lot of history between these two squads. Of course, the only two public schools that play at that high level here in Northeast Ohio, and Shaker and Menor have already taken on each other. I believe Shaker came away with the victory, and after their many victories, everyone in this rink knows that Shaker has been a really, really fun team to watch. Not a whole lot of drama, not a whole lot of a narrative to them. It's just that they look like they are having fun out there and they are playing their hearts out. And right now that gets them to number 15 in the JV state rankings. Menor all the way down there at 38 in the 48 team ranking. However, there is a little bit of history between these two squads in the name of their narrative. There was a physical altercation the last time these two squads played. Apparently there was a lot of chirping between two squads, and also Shaker coming into today is without the head coach Eric Hulme, and we are looking at the three assistant coaches taking over for the Red Raiders tonight. A late game as we get set for the 9 o'clock puck drop. We're going to send you down to the ice as both teams get set to go. It was just yesterday that the Shaker varsity squad had their big rivalry matchup, as it was the Red Raiders up against the Preppers of University School. Shaker, unfortunately, unable to come away with the victory. They lost at 6-0 to the big-time rival. It was a rough look for them, especially as the team had a early brunch today. And there was a lot of chatter about the team, but the good thing about the team, and again, we're going to see a lot of those players also out here on the JV squad, a lot of those players are confident, and they say if this varsity squad makes a run in the playoffs, if they meet US again, they've got a shot. Just like Gilmore Academy, the first time the varsity squad played Gilmore, 9-2 was your final. The second time it was 1-1. So if Shaker keeps that kind of progression going, heck, they would actually beat US by 1 if you do the math. The forwards starting us out here today, it's going to be Isaac Lazar on the front. And on the wings, it's going to be Axel Schneider and Max Brokaw. And actually, all three of these guys are the puck in the net picks here today. I took Max Brokaw. Cameraman Jeffrey Ullum decided to go with Isaac Lazar. Axel Schneider was taken earlier today at said brunch. The starting goaltender on varsity, Michael Better, said, give me Axel Schneider. And so he's his puck in the net pick. Early save there for Noah Mayan, but Shaker back on the rush the other way. A 2-on-1 if they hurry, but it looks like Lazar going to do a toe drag. Tries to work around the goaltender. Unfortunately for him, unable to make the move as the tender goes through that near side post. Delayed offsides as Reggie Fitzgordon dumps it back into the attacking zone. He is out there right now on defense with Lincoln Goldstein. Goldstein, a freshman that we've seen on varsity only, I believe, twice on very short shifts. But now, of course, he's back out here, the freshman on JV. Again, a lot of these players are players that you're going to see on both JV and varsity, like Goldstein, who makes his way off to the bench. Now we're getting some new forward lines. It looks like a new defensive pairing as well. It's James Schmidt and Jack Sharp on defense. And taking the face off here is going to be Sam Claspy, the freshman, losing this one over to the team of red and gray. Of course, when it's Shaker versus Menor, always a red game, as it's going to be Shaker in their white uniforms, but a lot of red accents like the red pants. But for Menor, they go with an all-red look and a little bit of gray and white accent. There, a big hit laid behind the net. It was Claspy on the big boom behind the net, but Menor trying to just clear it out of their zone. In doing so, number 3 just going to send this out into the bench, or excuse me, number 23. Menor, a team on JV that we can't access the roster to, so we're just going to be having to work with their numerals here today as the first line forwards make their way back out for Shaker. Here is Schneider. Schneider sending it back up to the point for Sharp. Sharp taking the shot, unable to get through the traffic of red jerseys protecting their goaltender right now. And now from the far side boards, it looks like a penalty is going to be called. Isaac Lazar with too big of a hit on the far side boards. Looked a little soft of a call. Lazar shaking his head. He doesn't agree either, but he's going to be the first man in the box, and Menor is going to get their first attack on the man advantage. 13:53 left to go in this first period of play. 0-0 the score early on. So to start us off on the penalty kill will be number 7, Nick Hackney. And trying to clear it out. Or excuse me, not Nick Hackney. That time it was number 11, Max Brokaw, trying to clear it out of the zone. And this time he's going to, with the help of Axel Schneider. The 2 first-line forwards still going to be out there as a pair. And on defense right now, it's Goldstein and Shelfer. Here, right in front, trying to get the backhand shot to go. Max Brokaw, save made by the goaltender. 13:25 left to go in this first period of play. Men are on the rush as they're able to beat Shelfer to the near side boards. Good hit laid by Max Brokaw, getting the puck back over to Shelfer. He'll free it out. Loose puck picked by Max Brokaw. He'll pass it over to Goldstein. Goldstein going to get a rush of his own. The defenseman carrying it through. The freshman taking the shot. Save made as the puck goes into the near side boards. 13 minutes to go in this first period of play. Here's Axel Schneider swinging it over. Back to Brokaw at the face-off circle. Those 3 Cardinals going to get into the zone. Max Brokaw keeping it in at the blue line, sending it back over into the corner. Axel Schneider and Goldstein along the near side boards as well, sending it back around. Menor really struggling right now on the power play. Shaker's first line forwards really controlling it even without Isaac Lazar. Here, Menor going to try to get to the puck first. Noah Mayan, the goaltender, backing up into his crease. He was thinking about going for it, but it was a one-on-one battle for the puck possession, and it looks like Shaker's going to win the race and dump it down as number 35 of Menor is going to take that lazy stroll back to the bench after losing the possession. And here a pass right off the stick of number 28, Reggie Fitzgordon, the junior, trying to get there. Kicks it out, pass to Cardinal, and now skates it out from his own blue line. Just overplayed it, and it looks like this is going to be ruled offsides along the blue line. Menor going to be ruled offsides with 12:01 to go in the first period. 8 seconds left to go on Lazar's penalty, though it hasn't really seemed like there has been a penalty whatsoever. Shaker has controlled this very dominantly, and they're going to send this one down 3-2-1. Lazar out of the box, maybe a second early, but the referee's not really going to argue it too much. James Schmidt trying to create the turnover along the red line. Along the near side boards, he's going to take it just from behind the red line and dump this one down. No shots on goal for Menor. There in the power play. Again, didn't really feel like a power play. It was all Shaker with Max Brokaw and Axel Schneider continuing to play keep away and getting some shots on goal themselves. Here, dropping into the face-off is Aaron Pierce, the freshman, going to get it to his forwards, and it's Carlo Dudick taking it up as well. They are out there with Sean Bushnell on the wing. And on defense, it's Jack Sharp and James Schmidt. A defensive pairing that hasn't switched up too much. Here, Pierce going to try to flip this up. And eventually, with a second effort, will get it past the Cardinal, protecting the blue line. 11:20 to go in this first period of play. Wrapped around the boards. Kept in by Jack Sharp. But flipped right back out. The Cardinals trying to go on the attack. Great poke check. That time by James Schmidt, keeping it out of his zone. Or I suppose taking it back out of his zone. But here's Dudick. Moving across the opposing blue line, taking the shot, but it looks like it would have been offsides just barely as Bushnell was on the attack. I'd like to take a moment. I'd like to thank the bench over there for the Red Raiders, giving me a little bit of recognition for the JV game here today. Happy to see there. Appreciating the JV coverage. You never know. If we got time, typically maybe we try to do a second game. Of course, we're trying to get all the final hockey action covered in our senior year. Don't want to leave anything behind. Here's Menor on the attack. The shot, and it looks like the butterfly save made by Noah Mayan. Didn't really close between his legs. Left the hole open, but instead he's going to be able to make the save with the pad. 10:40 to go in the first period, 0-0 the current score. Shaker really controlling this game so far, But a big burst of energy that time for Menor. Let's see if they can keep it going as they win the face-off against Isaac Lazar. Number 42 looking to pull the trigger. Instead it'll go wide. Trying to clear it out. Kept in for now. Axel Schneider, Brokaw, and Lazar back as the forwards. Fitzgordon and Shelfer back on defense. Here a pass up to Schneider. Schneider taking it to the far side. Corner boards. He's got him in open on the pass. It was Shelfer. Instead, he'll try to do it all himself, taking the shot. Pad save. Still loose out in front of the crease. Brokaw with a chance. Lazar with a secondary chance. Great pad save by the Menor goaltender. 10 minutes to go in this first period. We play on as it's freed up to the point. Fitzgordon sends it cross ice. Brokaw with a burst of speed going to get there first. Isaac Lazar picking up the trash as well, getting it back to Brokaw, who's trying a wraparound. Pass back in front to Lazar. Unable to get good contact out of it. Here's Lazar trying a nifty toe drag. A Cardinal kicks it out from his grasp. Brokaw going to get it back, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty assessed on that one. Except no one exactly sure who's getting called. It's interference on somebody, and eventually it's going to be actually called on Shaker. It's going to be Nick Hackney, the freshman, into the box for 2. Interference was the call. And Menor again with another power play opportunity. 9:40 left to go in this first period. Here at the blue line, a shot being taken, glove save. Now poked away, secondary chance. Just not able to sneak through. Phenomenal save by Bayern once again. Here, Jack Sharp laying a hit in the far side corner board. Shaker now working to try and clear the zone. Here's another shot that goes wide and off the back glass. Aaron Miller taking it. And the sophomore going to send this on net from his own side. 9:15 to go in this first period. 90 seconds to go in Hackney's penalty. And now a 2-on-1 developing for Menor as Shaker was playing it too aggressive. There, good poke check by Goldstein. And he's going to take it the other way. A 1-on-1 attack. But a great back check by number 22 going to end the threat before he's able to get back to it. Now in the corner, still fighting for the possession. Brokaw is freed from the bench. Let's see what he can do. Here's the shot and a great save by the Cardinal goaltender once more. Brokaw trying to take matters into his own hands. Unable to sneak it past the goaltender. Goaltender wearing number 35 for the Cardinals. 8:46 to go in the first period. 1:05 to go in penalty time. Here's Isaac Lazar taking it to the face-off circle, trying to get a little wider look. Or excuse me, it's 55, the number on the back of that goaltender jersey. Lazar and Brokaw fighting for the puck possession. Again, it really doesn't feel like Menor's on the power play, but believe me, they are. Here, Lazar on the shot. It'll be friendly fire. Hits off the skate of Max Brokaw behind the net. Menor going to take it, trying to clear the zone, but Shaker's still with it as this one trying to flip it on net was James Schmidt, but the junior now has to trail back as it's a 3-on-2 for Menor. Taking the shot from the high slot. It's going to go wide. And back into the near side defensive zone corner. Brokaw just going to clear this one down the ice. Less than 8 minutes to go now in this first period of play. 5 seconds left in penalty time. That poke from Shelfer going to go wide of James Schmidt's grasp. Hackney released from the sin bin. Pierce trying to find him off the release, but he's actually just making his way to the bench. Number 14, Carlo Dudic, sending this one back up. Half of the time expired from this first period of play. 7.5 to go as we play on. No, not a whole lot of whistles. A lot of shots, though. Here, it looks like a holding is going to be called on the far side boards. Let's see who gets called. And this time it looks like it's going to be Shaker once again. My goodness. This time it's Reggie Fitzgordon. Looked like he made head contact. Just hit him a bit up high, I guess. So that's 3 on Shaker. The coaches all shrugging their shoulders. They're not exactly sure what's going on. Face off, one back by Menor. Shot will get through the traffic line, uses the stick to send it into the backboards. taking it away is number 24, Lincoln Goldstein, trying to clear it out. Here, a good chance, but it'll go across the slot and back into the near side boards. Menor still in control. Number 24 of the Cardinals wraps it around. Number 24 of Shaker going to pick it up. It's back with Goldstein as he flips this up over the heads of the Cardinals and down the ice. Menor back with it in their own zone. 6:50 to go in the period. There, a bad turnover. Schneider with a chance. He was centering it. Nobody exactly there. He was looking for Sam Claspy. There, a trip at the point, no call, as James Schmidt going to recover and send this one back into his Shaker attacking zone. Again, not feeling like there's any man advantage for Menor right now. If anything, it feels like it's more even, maybe, when there's a man advantage. But instead, yeah, Menor doesn't seem like they're on the attack any more than Shaker Heights. Here's Max Brokaw taking it from the far side, trying to get possession and maybe a shot off. Isaac Lazar joining as well. A minute left to go. There, a bit of a hit from Isaac Lazar along the near side boards. Goldstein trying to clear it out of his zone. It's freed up right in the slot for Isaac Lazar. Picks it up, banks it off the near side boards. Down the ice, 6 minutes to go in the first period. Reggie Fitzgordon trying to get a signal of whether he should go to the bench after his penalty expires. And now it looks like the coaches are signaling come back to the bench. 5:49 left to go in this first period of play. It's still going to be Brokaw and Lazar out as forwards. On defense right now, Elliot Hanna, again, one of those guys that we see on defense on varsity every so often, and then Jack Sharp joining him in the pairing. This one freed up to the neutral zone. Hanna going to pick it up, give it over to his co-defenseman. Jack Sharp whiffs on the dump in, but Lazar going to pick it up. Dangles around one man, looking for the shot, and it'll sneak through! Lazar with a beauty of a goal. Splitting two Cardinals, making the shot happen on the shorthanded chance. And that's why my father had him as the puck in the net pick. The cameraman, Jeffrey Ullum, guessed right. It's number 13, Isaac Lazar on the goal with 15 seconds left to go in Fitzgordon's penalty. 5.5 to go in this first period. Shaker with the lead, 1-0. Shaker wins this face-off back. Not the best part of their game here today. Out of the near side boards, number 35 going to take it. I know we said that was the numeral for the goaltender. That's actually a numeral for a forward for the Cardinals. Here, Hackney, a guy who had a penalty earlier, trying to take a dump down ice, but instead Menor takes it back in the neutral zone. 2 seconds left to go. Now Fitzgordon's free. Delayed offsides in the attacking zone. It's still delayed as Hackney was trying to go back in. Shaker recovers along their own blue line with possession. It's Lincoln Goldstein, the defenseman, looking for a chance on the shot. Now we'll center it back. He's looking for Hackney, but the Cardinals stick just gets there in time. Gets it out of danger for now, and eventually will it clear the zone? No. Good work. Kept in by Claspy, who's set up at the point as Goldstein is playing it down the ice. Here, Goldstein hugged down to the corner boards. Here, Menor with an opportunity, and this could be a breakaway, but on the rush back, it's Reggie Fitzgordon forcing a bad pass across the slot. Shaker now with it. Up to Sean Bushnell. Bushnell fans on the swing at the puck. Goldstein tries to wrap it back around as Bushnell goes down. And this one by Menor, clearing attempt, going to fly up and into the netting. It's going to be a face-off back in that Cardinal defensive zone. Shelfer and Sharp on defense. Dudek, Pierce, and Bushnell, the forwards. Shaker leading by a goal. Face-off, one over to the near side. Held up by Jack Sharp now, but he fans on the shot. Menor trying to split the two defensemen of Shelfer and Sharp, but number 24 unable to get through. Dudek pickpocketed the shot, but Noah Mayan uses the left arm. Not really able to make the glove snag, but it'll go off of his upper forearm. And he's just going to hang on with 4:04 to go in the first period. Face off to his near side. First line forwards back out. Isaac Lazar winning this one back over to Sharp. Sharp wraps it around, finds Schneider. Schneider poked away from. Sharp, big man moving it forward even still. Keeping it at the red line of center ice, throwing a man down as well in the process. Number 24 going down. He wasn't able to keep the puck with him. And here's another clear down the ice. It looks like this one's going to go on net to Noah Mayen, who gives it up this time. Who is it with? It's with Shelfer. Gets it to the point. But Menor trying to keep the attack going, though they haven't had a whole lot of shots on goal. We'll see what they can do here. Shelfer up to the forward, Brokaw. The freshman just trying to poke it out on a final effort. That should be offsides, and indeed we're going to get a little bit of a late whistle with 3:17 to go in this first period. Claspy to take this face off right in front of the Red Raider bench. It's won over by Menor to the winger. Number 4 of Menor going to dump this one right in. Picking it up is going to be number 17, Elliot Hanna. The defenseman looking for Claspy, but instead finds Aaron Miller on the rush. It's a 2-on-2. Not a whole lot of speed behind him, but he's still able to keep the puck in Red Raider possession as he moves it over to Hackney. Here's a chance once again that time for Miller, but it's snagged by number 55, the goaltender, showing his skills for the Cardinals. 1-0, your Red Raiders lead it here in the JV game against the Menor Cardinals. Face-off sent into the far side corner boards. Claspy trying to take it back, though he's held up along the boards. Now freed out. Here a pass by Miller. He's looking into the front for Hackney, but instead it'll be gloved up by the goaltender once more. Forward line change. Looks like Fitzgordon and Hanna will remain on defense. Bushnell, Dudek, and number 5, Aaron Pierce, going to make their way out. And taking it off the draw, it's back with Menor, looking for their first goal of the game. It's number 35 putting on the brakes, but his counterpart, number 4, unable to move it back into the center as he's unable to keep possession on his stick. Menor back around the boards. Here's with number 35 once again trying to get it over to number 4, but once again it's not going to work that time due to number 35 misplay. Back around the other way behind the net of Noah Mayen. Held up for a moment by Fitzgordon. Now it's Dudek up against number 4. Dudek thrown off the play. Shaker unable to stick with it. Hanna trying to lay a little bit of a late hit. Nothing crazy, so it won't get called on any sort of penalty. This one flown up behind the net, picked up by Shaker. Hanna sends this off the near side boards. It's kept it at the point for now, but taken away. Here's Dudek taking the slap shot. After the whistle, it looks like they were just barely offsides. Less than 2 minutes to go in this first period of play. 1-0 the score. First line back out. On defense, it's with Schmidt and it's with Goldstein. Lazar taking the draw. He's up against number 27 of the Cardinals. Axel Schneider trying to move this one forward. It'll escape out of the zone once again. Lazar trying to take it, but it's picked up number 24 of Menor. It's thrown into the near side boards. You can see a water bottle going down along the parent section. And there another offside call. It looks like the Shaker coaches aren't exactly satisfied with it. And you could hear the varsity players up there at their elevated position here at the J.M. Bartley Arena. You could hear them groan no, but unfortunately it's going to be the case. Lazar with a great offensive opportunity, but just not able to move it forward. But maybe here's a secondary chance. Lazar moving it forward, looking for a pass and back into the slot. He was trying to find Brokaw. The 2 freshmen that have been phenomenal forwards over these past couple of games, they told me, so if the fact isn't right, just know that it came from them. They said Lazar and Brokaw have just about a 15-game goal streak. If not, it was a point streak. Here, Schneider trying to join in on the fun and try to get a secondary chance right in front of the crease, but the rebound will go back to Lazar right out in front. Brokaw blocked by a Cardinals skate. Lazar going to take the loose puck in the far side corner. Lazar looking for a pass, but now he's just going to take the shot instead. And once again, the save made with the pad. Here's Lazar back with it, or excuse me, Brokaw, who sends this into the near side corner. It's wrapped around the boards as Schneider tries to make the play on the puck. Back Brokaw to the near side. Brokaw gives it up Schneider. Schneider back in front to Lazar. Kick save made. 24 seconds left to go in the first period. We play on. Pass back out in front. Lazar! He's able to sneak it in the near side post. Goal number 2 for Isaac Lazar. With 20 seconds to go in the first period, your lead extended to 2. So big time stuff for the cameraman, picking the right guy, Isaac Lazar. The freshman already with 2 in the first period. Still not concluded just yet. 9 seconds to go as Menor ices this one down. The far side boards. It's going to be the first line forwards back out, getting the final shift. It was the line of Nick Hackney and Sam Claspy that was out there for a moment, but they send back out the big guns, maybe to get a final goal before time expires. And here comes the shot from Max Brokaw. It goes wide. Jack Sharp trying to get back to it, freeing it to Max Brokaw. He'll take the shot as time expires. The kick save made either way, and 2-0 going to be your final after this first period of play. So here we don't get ice cuts for the period of 1 and 2. We don't get an intermission between them. I believe we should for the start of the third. If not, well, we're going to find out in about 15 minutes of game clock. 2-0 your score between the Red Raiders and the Menor Cardinals. The big kicker for Menor is that they haven't been able to get any sort of power play going. They're 0 for 3, and in each of their power play chances, they've had just about barely any shots on goal. They haven't had many at all. And right now, the total 15-7 to the advantage of the Red Raiders. Shots attempted 17-10. The big thing that is going over to Menor is the face-off count. Shaker has not been able to take over possession off of these draws in just about 30% of the attempts. But again, if Menor can't hit on any of their shots, I mean, Shaker's going to be in just fine position. 0 for 3 on the power play goes Menor. Shaker without an opportunity just yet on the man advantage. If they do, you can expect that they are probably going to pop one in with the way that they have been controlling the puck. If they're able to set it up that same way with an extra man than their opposition, they should be set up for success. But 2-0, 2 goals separate your Red Raiders and the Menor Cardinals back out on the ice as we get set for the puck drop of the second period. Number 2, Sam Claspy to take this face-off. Looks like Menor going to take it over and send it over to the far side bench boards up against the Red Raiders as number 7, Nick Hackney, went down off of a hit. But Shaker going to recover as they take possession between the blue lines and the neutral zone. 14:40 left to go in the second period as Menor takes it, tries to wrap it around and clear it away. Kept in for now by Elliot Hanna. Elliot Hanna keeps with it, moves up into the slot, taking the shot, goes wide to the left side. Now caught up on the back of the net, now just getting a little bit of a grasp on it to cover the puck was the goaltender, number 55 for the Cardinals. .26 to go in the second period of action. 2-0 your current score between the Raiders and the Cardinals. Elliot Hanna back with it in the slot. He'll send it over to his left to the point for Reggie Fitzgordon. Waits for his man to clear out. Max Brokaw looking for a one-handed goal to send it over to the far side boards. Schneider with a big hit, staring him down on the far side boards. Brokaw getting sandwiched, however, on the other side between 2 Cardinals. but Lazar takes it, sends it into the slot. Nobody home except for a Cardinal forward who tries to skate it past Fitzgordon. He's held up. It was number 18 on the rush. Now here it's with Elliott Hanna back behind the net of Noah Mayan. Around the boards we go. Takes an awkward bounce off of Reggie Fitzgordon, or maybe he just tipped it up to his forwards, but they got something going here. As it's Axel Schneider looking for a pass back into the center. He was looking to Fitzgordon, but it just goes out of his reach and outside of the zone. Max Brokaw hangs on between the blue lines. Pass up that time, looking at Axel Schneider. Is the icing waved off? It looks like it just barely is. They say it got a stick of a Cardinal right in front of the blue line. Isaac Lazar trying to deke around a Cardinal on the near side face-off circle. Lazar showing why he should be one of those varsity players. Here Brokaw trying to do the same, trying to bury one home, but instead with 13 minutes, it goes wide as it was tipped. Brokaw sends it out in front. That time, it was Dudek on the goal. The assist coming from Brokaw as he passes this one right up in front. He was helped by the two freshman forwards on the other line, Isaac Lazar and Max Brokaw. But because Schneider went off for the change, it was Dudek on the opportunity to bury it in. 3-0 goes your score. The Raiders lead. Aaron Pierce, the freshman, drops in to take this face-off. He's pushed out of the circle. And so a Cardinal going to win this, but immediately handed over to Lincoln Goldstein, who dumps this into the attacking zone once again. A lot of attack time right now for the Red Raiders. The same thing that we're probably going to see tomorrow as the Shaker varsity squad takes on Holy Name. We're hoping for the same kind of thing to happen that time, but the last time Shaker played Holy Name, they did win the game, but it was in a tournament game where you needed to win all periods to make a semifinal of the tournament. Fortunately, they weren't able to get it done as they tied the third and final period, which was just unfortunate chance for the Red Raiders. They knew they had to win all periods. They just weren't able to get it done against the Green Wave. But now this one tomorrow being their first game against the Green Wave of the year. Of course, Great Lakes Hockey League rival, but of course, Shaker versus men are always a big rivalry. That's what we've got out in front of you between the JV squads. Here, men are moving it forward. Jack Sharp swapping with Schmidt. This one sent on net. Schmidt going to take it out from the crease, just barely kept in at the blue line as they try to clear it away. Here's Sean Bushnell freeing it up to his co-forward, Sam Claspy. Claspy trying to get it back up. That time for Hackney. Instead, it'll be kicked off of Claspy's skate. Took a couple of bounces between players along the blue line and back into Menor territory. Here it's Miller. I said Bushnell, excuse me. To the far side, number 24 of Menor wraps this one down and around the boards of the Shakers zone. Here it's with number 23, Beck Shelfer. Shelfer looking for a pass. Eventually he's got Brokaw and Lazar, Schneider down the far side of the ice, but just out of the reach of the outstretched arm. And it's going to be an icing on the Red Raiders. 11:05 to go in this second period of play. 3-0, Shaker Heights leading. Face-off going to be number 35 of the Cardinals, this time up against Lazar. Lazar winning it over. And with the help of Axel Schneider, who's now on a big breakaway opportunity, skates his way to the center. He's got Brokaw over to his side, and it somehow just goes wide. Had the net wide open, just unable to find it and make great contact on it. Went to the corner, and Menor was able to free it out. They're a big hit late, and it looks like they're going to call a penalty on Jack Sharp. Maybe a roughing. All right, they call it a cross check. So the cross check from Jack Sharp going to be the fourth penalty being assessed to the Red Raiders. Still none to the Cardinals. You're trying to bank it to himself off the boards was Elliot Hanna working with Max Brokaw along the far side. He's out with Schneider and Fitzgordon as well to the near side boards. Fitzgordon passes right to a Cardinal in front of the crease, but great work by Hanna to get it back. It's a 2-on-2 the other way. He's got Brokaw to his left. Good back check this time by number 18 of the Cardinals. Hanna puts on the brakes. Now looks for a shot, but the puck goes right past his stick. Here a pass into the slot. Shaker's still trying to get the attack going, whether or not they've got less players out on the ice. It's a good look for the Red Raiders. Axel Schneider taking it from the red line to center ice up past the blue line, looking for an opportunity. Works around one Cardinal, works around another. Good speed from Schneider, good quickness showing right now. Here to Hanna. Hanna trying to take the shot, blocked by a skate of a Cardinal right in the slot, and Schneider taking it back. And now loose puck right along the blue line. Men are going to get there first and poking on net to Noah Mayan. 9:40 to go in the second period, a minute left on Jack Sharp's penalty. Fitzgordon taking it to the near side. The defenseman looking for an attacking opportunity. Puts on the brakes. Looks for someone open. He's going to find the man off the bench, Isaac Lazar. This one getting kicked off the skate of a man in front, but Lazar gets the second chance and he scores again. Hat trick for Isaac Lazar. That's 3 now for him and a 4-0 score. Holy cow. Good stuff from number 13, showing great awareness of where everyone's at, where the puck is in relation to the goaltender in front of him, and he just knew where to sneak that one home. And it moves us to 4-0, so second shorthanded goal for the Red Raiders. And I believe, yeah, that's his second shorthanded goal as well. You never know, maybe he can get a hat trick just on shorthanded goals today. We're going to find out as we've still got over half of this game left to go. Lykken Goldstein takes this one into the attacking zone. It's cleared out to Aaron Pierce, but Goldstein picks it back, tries to get it across the blue line. Brokaw swooping in. Brokaw takes the shot. Good glove save by number 55, flashing the leather with a second left on penalty time. Sharp just has to wait a little bit longer. 8:42 left to go in the second period. 4-0, Shaker Heights leading. Sam Claspy to take this face off. And now it actually looks like what's going to happen here. They're having a late change come in. Goldstein swooping in. Jack Sharp now joining the play right after the draw. Here's Aaron Miller looking to sneak it through the near side post. But hugging that near side post was the goaltender, number 55 of Menor. Now Menor takes it out after the save. And the possession given up to number 27. Aaron Miller on a good back check. Again, not the fastest guy, but you could see his hustle getting back. And now it's a 2 Cardinals against 2 Raiders at the point. Here's a chance on the shot. It'll go wide to the right side. 8:15 to go in the second period. And this one going to escape from the point. As that time, number 7, Nick Hackney, seemed to be tripped up, but they don't rule it a penalty as he was trying to look for a breakaway opportunity. 8 minutes to go in the second period. Shaker fans yelling for the penalty that time. They're not going to get one. But again, as you can see, their shorthanded chances have been just fine as is as well. Oh, now we're going to get the call. Number 23 goes to the box for 2 for tripping. Nothing. Shaker leading. They're going to get their first chance on the power play. Face-off will be to the Menor zone. No one exactly knew where it was going to be at first. Considering it seems Shaker iced it, but it's still a power play, so it depends on just which one overrules which one. Okay, but yeah, now the Cardinal taken out from the sin bin. And now they say no penalty. Not sure exactly what the ruling was that time. Again, it seemed like a pretty clear trip, but referees say no as they couldn't figure out who did it. Here, Lincoln Goldstein in the slot, frees it out. Axel Schneider. Schneider's got a man open at the side. Lazar creates a 2-on-1. Now a 2-on-0, but just using the stick was number 22, the defenseman, to get that last-second jab and send it into the far side corner. Here, keeping it inside at the point for a moment was James Schmidt, but now it's back with Lazar looking for his 4th of the day. But Goldstein picks up the loose puck at the blue line. Lazar looking to Schneider. Schneider just unable to get it. It'll go off the pad and just wide. Now he'll get an opportunity to cover up for the faceoff. We're just over halfway through. 7:26 to go in the second period of play. Shaker with a 4-0 lead over the Mentor Cardinals. Aaron Pierce to take the faceoff. To his wings, it's Bushnell. And it's number 14, Carlo Dudek. And now it looks like we're going to have a new goaltender in. It's number 31 for the Cardinals. I suppose they're just splitting the time between JV goaltenders are the Cardinals. Marios Kalergis, of course, might get some time tomorrow against Holy Name, but I suppose we'll see here. Hannah tries to move around 2 forwards, pressuring him at the point. Did so effectively, but then just lost it at the faceoff circle. 7:10 left to go. There, good physical play that time from Bushnell, the big man getting in there, disrupting the play, getting it back to eventually Elliot Hannah, who takes the rip at it, and it'll go wide off the glass. Here, Fitzgordon protecting the point, trying to keep the puck in. It'll just go behind. 6:50 to go in the second period. Shaker picking it up behind the net with Elliot Hannah. Hannah, forehand, backhand, back to forehand, moves it up Bushnell. Bushnell on the backhand, unable to swoop it forward to Reggie Fitzgordon, who's on the rush. Bushnell holding up a Mentor Cardinal there at the point. Now it looks like they're getting a little chippy. You can see them make eye contact and right there bolt at each other. Bushnell trying to lay another hit there at the point, and now it looks like we might have a penalty being assessed. And they're only going to call it this time on Sean Bushnell, who's arguing with the referee. The referee yelling at him, and now they're teeing him up for a technical. And now even more penalties being tacked on. Referee not taking anything from Sean Bushnell. And we'll see now what they're going to be ruling this one as. Holy cow. Bushnell might not be returning to this one for a minute. After slamming the door, you knew the referee was going to make his argument once again. His father running the scorer's table. He's trying to get the word as well, but now it moves up to a double minor. 4 minutes of penalty time going to the Mentor Cardinals. And now the assistant coach is going to try to get their word in as well, as Bushnell just clearly frustrated. Now he stands up in the sin bin, still trying to get whatever his minutes are. Again, we don't really have a stadium announcer here for JV. Now it looks like a couple of guys going to join Bushnell. It's going to be number 7, Nick Hackney, the freshman, joining him as he's going to be serving the other 2 minutes of the double minor. Referee wasn't taking anything from Sean Bushnell. My goodness. He teed him up immediately. Something you would see out of basketball, the way how easy it was on the tee. .606 left to go in the second period. A lot of that remaining time going to be served on a shorthand for the Raiders. And on the power play are the Cardinals, but as we've seen, half of the Red Raider goals have been on the disadvantage. So we'll see if Shaker can extend that streak forward. Here a shot in the slot, a hit laid down, that time from Brokaw. And now the Red Raiders going to take it out from their crease and try to get another rush going. Lazar Sends it over, Brokaw. Brokaw on the backhand, flips it over. It's loose in the crease, but men are going to take it, send it down. It's going to be icing on the Menor Cardinal. 5:33 left to go in this second period. And now we got a lot to talk about. I mean, Sean Bushnell, I don't know if he got a misconduct. I'm sure he did. Might have gotten 2, considering he got teed up on twice. He got it on sportsmanlike, I assume, the first time, then the 10-game misconduct, which is why they've now got 2 guys in there, because Bushnell's not going to get released. And it looks like nor will Hackney until the 4 minutes up as well. Here at the red line of center ice, it's with number 2, Sam Claspy, sending it to the near side, Axel Schneider. Schneider holds on for a minute, making a Cardinal miss, moves it to the slot, taking the shot, and the pad save made with the left leg. Good work by number 31 of the Menor Cardinals, trying to put up a better show than the starting goaltender, number 55. 2:40 left to go in this second period of play. Claspy trying to keep it in, unable to do so, nor can Jack Sharp. Out of the near side, off the glass. Menor sends this one around the boards. This should be another icing on the Cardinals, and indeed we're going to get the whistle. The defenseman going to be Schmidt now, and Goldstein. The forwards, Aaron Pierce. And number 14, Carlo Dudek. .445 left to go in this second period of play. Pierce taking it from the neutral zone, dumping it right back where it came from. 4-0. Shaker leading with 2:15 now on the power play. 4:35 in the period. Menor trying to just clear it out of their zone. Goldstein keeping it in for the moment, wrapping it back around the boards. Still keeping it in for the moment, but now Menor going to take it away. Here's number 27 on the rush. Not a whole lot of size to him as Goldstein tries to throw him into the boards. Held up for a moment as it's 2 Cardinals and 1 Raider. It looks like the Raiders are going to take it. And at the point, Schmidt gives it up to Pierce. And Pierce just throws it out with a hand, swinging his arm and throwing it out. And Shaker still with it in the neutral zone. Goldstein trying to get something going. The defenseman just going to wrap this one around as his teammates get some changes. Schmidt and Goldstein remain on. The 2 forwards new. Dudek and Lazar remain out as Menor dumps this one down. It's going to be another icing, my goodness, on Menor. 4-0. Shaker leads. Again, a phenomenal performance from Isaac Lazar on the short-handed chances. He has scored 2, and he's scored another one, making it a hat trick for him. But he's looking for a third on a short-handed opportunity. Maybe he can try to sneak one through once again here, even though it's a new goaltender, number 31. Lazar trying to win this back to the point off the backhand of Elliot Hanna, but men are actually going to take it, move it past Elliot Hanna. It's number 42 with a big hit laid at the point. Good stuff from Elliot Hanna. Now along the blue line, Lazar almost losing his footing as he does a ballerina twirl in the slot. As Menor going to take it, try to clear it. Elliot Hanna keeps it for the moment, looking for the shot. It'll go wide to the left side. 55 seconds left of penalty time at the point. Reggie Fitzgordon keeping it in for now. Now Menor tries to clear it back. Fitzgordon playing it aggressive, moving in from the point, keeps it in the attacking zone. 3 minutes to go in the second period. This is going to escape the zone out between the blue lines. Fitzgordon takes it back. Fitzgordon looking for a shooting lane. It opens up. He takes the rip, but the pad save once again sends it into the backboards. Fitzgordon taking a man down behind the net. Now back down the ice. No icing. Men are going to take it first. Looking for the pass back into the center, but Aaron Miller passing this one back up. Reggie Fitzgordon. Fitzgordon, the defenseman, taken away for a moment as he collided that time with Axel Schneider. But now here comes number 17, Elliot Hanna, the defenseman, looking for a good opportunity. Just couldn't split the final Cardinals in the slot. 3, 2, 1. Out comes Nick Hackney. Sean Bushnell being the doorman in the sin bin. And here this one's sent down the length of the ice. It looks like we're going to get And icing on the Cardinals once again as we return to 5-on-5 hockey. Sean Bushnell still going to be kept in the box for a bit of time. 2:10 to go in the second period of play. Shaker up by 4 as the first line forwards. And on defense, Jack Sharp and Beck Shelfer make their way out. Shaker looking to extend that lead to 5 if they can, especially with these forwards out on the ice. Schneider, the one sophomore forward here on the line, getting around a couple of these Cardinals, sending it to Brokaw, and it just isn't able to get through the couple of Cardinals set up in front of the crease. Back over to Sharp. Nifty move around one of the Cardinal forwards, pressuring him to make that pass. He'll stick with it for now, taking the shot from the blue line, and the save made from the neutral zone. Number 31 hanging on with the right glove. Or excuse me, yes, the right glove. Not typically what you're going to see out of a goaltender. Typically it's the other way around. 108 seconds remain in this second period of play. Face-off taken to the point. Sharp looking for another opportunity. He'll hit off of a couple of guys before bouncing into the far side corner. Isaac Lazar taking it back off the backhand, looking for goal number 4. Unable to get it that time. He'll pass it back around behind the net. It'll go over to Max Brokaw. Brokaw met by the referee right in the area. Brokaw trying to get it back, trying to pass it over across the slot to Lazar. Referee just right in the way of that play, and it'll end it for the Raiders. Men are going to try to take it out, but back goes Lazar. Lazar trying to give it up to Brokaw. Men are taking it, trying to clear it out. Brokaw just keeping it held at the blue line for the moment as this team gets onside. Now we'll take it back, looking for the shot. It'll be hit by the arm of the Cardinal goaltender. Goldstein keeping it in at the blue line for the moment. Now the Cardinals clear it out between the blue lines. James Schmidt going to take it with a minute left in this second period of play. Axel Schneider trying to play a physical game up against the Cardinal along his own bench. It freed out to Max Brokaw, looking for the backhand chance, but now he's going to play it smart. Give it over to Schneider. Schneider on the backhand try. The save made off the shoulder, up into the netting it goes. And this remains a 4-0 game. 44 seconds remain in this second period. Sam Claspy to take the face-off on the wings, Hackney and Miller. The defenseman right now, James Schmidt and Lincoln Goldstein. Battle for the puck possession right now. 2 Raiders against 2 Cardinals. The Cardinals going to come out with it. And they're looking for the pass down the ice, and they're going to get it. But it's going to be out of the reach of number 18, the intended target. And now we're waiting for the clock. It's not working at all. And eventually we're going to get a whistle blown. No one at all sure why the clock just will not go. You can see the scorer's table saying, I'm pressing it, but it's just not going. Now the clock's sent down to 19.4, most random number. Not sure how they exactly timed that up, but whatever. Sean Bushnell, during that break, was talking to the referee. You could hear assistant coaches telling him to sit back down, don't get yourself into any more trouble than you already have. And so now he's still in the box. And taking it off the face-off, Aaron Miller. Only 10 seconds left to go in the second period. This one sent down the length of the ice. Will it be an icing? Yes, it will be. Referee talking to Noah Mayan. Mayan shrugging his shoulders, throwing his hands up, saying, I didn't touch it, so it should be an icing either way. Referee shared a smile, heading back over to the other side of the ice, taking that long skate back after the icing. Isaac Lazar talking to the referee. It's that same referee that gave Bushnell the penalty earlier. But now he's back into action. Lazar losing the face-off into the far side. Corner boards men are going to try to clear it and maybe just hang on for the last couple of seconds. And they clear it down the ice. Time will expire on the second period. So after two goals per period brings us to a 4-0 result after the first 30 minutes. But of course not the result of the game. 15 more minutes to come after two. 4-0. The Red Raiders really controlling. They have had 4 chances, have the Cardinals on the man advantage, but they have just got nothing going. If anything, it's been Shaker that has benefited. They've gotten 2 goals on the shorthanded chances, and so now we'll see if they can just close it out with efficiency in the third period. 4-0. Your Red Raiders lead it through the first 2 periods. We'll be back for the call of the third. My name is Vaughn Ullum on the call. We'll be back. And we are back to it for the third and final period of the JV hockey game between your Shaker Heights Red Raiders and the Mentor Cardinals. Thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum from the JM Bartley Arena. Let's give you the narrative of the story so far. Right now it's very one-sided, and it shows on the ice, it shows in the play, but it shows in the stats, all except for face-off. Men are only winning that stat 20-18, but in shots on goal, Shaker winning that 26-9. In shots attempted, 38-12, more than tripling them up in that stat. And on the power play, Mentor has had 4 chances. They have not been able to score on any of those 4 chances, but they have given up 2 shorthanded goals over to the Red Raiders. Isaac Lazar, 2 of his goals on the hat trick that he has already scored. He has gotten 2 on the shorthanded opportunities, and he's looking for a couple more in this period. Of course, our cameraman Jeffrey Ullum got that puck in the net pick, so shout out to him. Now, and as we go into this third and final period, it's going to be Sean Bushnell in the box, still serving his game misconduct. He got teed up 2 or 3 times. I thought it was twice. Some of the Red Raider varsity players that are here in attendance, I was talking to them in the lobby. They said it was 3 times. So whatever. He wasn't exactly kind to the referee, and it showed. But shout out still to his brother. We're aware that him and his buddies watching out at Rochester Institute of Technology. Shout out to them for tuning in. Also, we wanted to give a shout out to assistant coach Rob Watson, because head coach of the JV squad, Eric Hulme, wanted us to just give our props over to Rob Watson because he's taken over while Hulme is out at the National Guard. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's send you down to the neutral zone as we get set for the opening draw of the third period. Vaughn Ullum on the call for the JV matchup of the Red Raiders, where they are dominating this game against the Mentor Cardinals. 4-0 to score as we get Sammy Claspy back into the neutral zone for the start of the period. 5-on-5, we resume. Bushnell just in there serving the game misconduct. But his 4 minutes of double minor have expired a while ago. Reggie Fitzgordon along his own blue line of the Red Raiders zone. He'll send it up to Claspy. Claspy moving it up to the far side boards. Swung at for a moment. It'll escape from his grasp, but the puck back with him for a moment. Somehow still keeping with it as he's trying to get it to Hackney, but Hackney unable to make the shot happen, and it'll escape out of the zone. Fitzgordon overskates the puck. Luckily for him, Elliot Hanna going to get back to it, sending it cross ice, finding Hackney off the near side glass. Kept in for a moment by number 20 of the Cardinals. Now sent back out. It'll be kept onside for Elliot Hanna to try and take on his own side. Sending it up, Reggie Fitzgordon will get past him and up to Isaac Lazar. Lazar, good stick lift right now from number 18 of the Cardinals, but he's able to recover back at the red line and move forward. One man goes down for the Cardinals. He's still skating it and taking it on the backhand. And the save made by number 31, the backup goaltender here today for the Mentor Cardinals, and the guy getting the secondary opportunity to make his way in, number 55, was in there for the first half of the game. For the second half of the game, we got this number 31 of the Mentor Cardinals. 14:02 left to go in the third and final period. Lazar still in there with Schneider to his right and Brokaw to his left. On defense, Goldstein and Schmidt, excuse me. Here, Schneider battling for the puck possession. Instead, it'll be taken by a Cardinal for now, and it turns into a one-on-one if he hurries. He's just not able to turn on the Jets and get past those couple last defensive guys. So Shaker takes it back from the corner boards. Axel Schneider kicking it over into the center. He's trying to find Lazar. Now it goes back to Brokaw. Brokaw back Schneider. Schneider poking this one up. Is looking for Isaac Lazar, using the stick lift, kicking it back onto his stick. And unfortunately, the shot went wide and into the far side corner. Lazar back to it. Loses it between his skates for a moment. Freed up to the slot where Goldstein plays it aggressive. Gets it back to Lazar. The shot block goes wide. Schneider now with it on the far side. Looking for a pass. Nothing open just yet. He's going to put on the brakes. Send it back around. Isaac Lazar looking for the centering feed to Brokaw. Instead, James Schmidt gets it at the blue line. Sends it back around, but actually sent it right up. And it would have gone over the crossbar, but instead the goaltender, number 31, decides to snag that out of the air, slow things down, and hold on with 13 minutes left to go in the third period. 4-0. Shaker Heights leading it still. Dudek, one of the goal scorers, the only goal scorer for Shaker that wasn't Isaac Lazar, is out with his line. Here's Jack Sharp on the shot. Glove save. Move it over to his right. Number 31 with a lovely snag. And right now, he's just doing fine. Number 31 hasn't let anything in just yet. Number 55 has a different story to tell. Here, Pierce back skating onto the wing. He's out there with Miller and Dudek still. Dudek loses the puck between his skates. Referee right there, the face-off dot as well, unable to make the play. Here to the far side, it's with Aaron Pierce. The freshman losing it at first right in front of the crease. Menner with the opportunity on the attack, but a great effort by number 23, Beck Shelfer, the freshman, sending this one down. And it looks like Shaker's going to get it right back. Aaron Miller with a nifty move on the backhand. Looks for the shot. Rebound is given up, but Pierce unable to sneak it through. This one sent down the length of the ice by Menner. It's going to be an icing on the Cardinals with 12 left to go in the third. Is Bushnell released from the sin bin? It looks like he will be. He must be happy to make his way back to the bench. It's going to be lonely in there, serving a double minor, a game misconduct, all of it. But now he's back to the bench as Claspy, Lazar, and Hackney are going to be the three forwards. On defense, Elliot Hanna, Reggie Fitzgordon. Hanna keeps it in at the point for now, wraps it back around where it came from. He's looking to Lazar to try and pick it up behind the net, but he's held up for a moment. Now he's taken down to the ice along the far side corner boards. Claspy joins in, frees it to the point. Fitzgordon on the shot. Save made with the chest of number 31, the goaltender. 11:54 to go in this third period. 4-0 your score. Here, trying to use the poke to his advantage was Hackney, trying to poke it back on net. Unable to do just that as it'll go wide. Isaac Lazar takes it, tries to move it in. He hits the iron looking for goal number 4. But just not able to bury it home that time. Here, Hackney in the slot trying to get an opportunity himself, but it'll be freed out to Fitzgordon along the blue line. Lazar, maybe another chance. It goes wide. Everyone's loving Isaac Lazar right now, hoping he can just keep on tallying these goals because he is having himself a day out there on the ice. This one back to Lazar. Lazar looks for another shot, blocked by a skate right in front of the lane. Now Menner going to try to get it through. Hackney playing aggressive at the red line. And leaves the loose puck over to Reggie Fitzgordon. Pass out. Finds Isaac Lazar. Skating it into the center. Now looking for the pass over to Max Brokaw. And he scores! Max Brokaw going to the varsity players for the celebration. And the whole squad celebrates with the varsity squad. Colby, the flag waver, making his rounds as well. So there's my puck in the net pick. There you go. So now we all get a little bit of a smile on our faces. Of course, Michael Better, the starting goaltender on varsity, still hasn't gotten his yet. We'll see if Axel Schneider, who's, as you can see, that number 4 jersey, staring you down in the neutral zone. We'll see if he's able to get one. And right now, it looks like he's going to have the puck and take it around behind the net, looking for an open lane. He finds James Schmidt taking the shot, blocked by a Cardinal in the slot. Menner sends this one down. It'll be another icing. Good look from Shaker right now. I mean, they are just controlling. And again, Shaker is a JV squad. Though they might not have been the most consistent, they have been productive. They tied Sylvania Northview 6-6. But here comes Menner looking to try and get a little bit of something going, but a great last-second poke by Mayan gets it out of his reach and back into the near side corner. Here's a pass into the front, and it went wide. It's back over this time to number 14, Carlo Dudek, unable to free it out for now. Here's Schneider trying to use the stick and swipe it away from the point. Kept in by 20 of the Cardinals for now. And into the far side corner for number 18. 18 frees it to the point. Here's the shot. It'll hit off of a stick and go wide. 10 minutes to go in the third and final period. Back around the boards. Number 20 tries to send it around, but it'll meet Axel Schneider. And let's see what he can do. Skating it from one zone all the way across the neutral zone to the other. Looking for a shot. Nothing open just yet. Now trying to go to the backhand. Brokaw with an opportunity. It's still loose right out in front. It'll go behind the net of number 31. And behind the net once again, Schneider battling for the possession. Right now, Isaac Lazar off on the bench. He got a bit of an earlier change than the remainder of his forwards. Brokaw still out there, taking it into the slot, taking the shot. Glove save made by number 31. $9:20 to go in the third period. 5-0 your score. Shaker handling business out here in the J.M. Bartley Arena. Of course, we're going to be back here in the J.M. Bartley Arena tomorrow. I believe puck drop at 4:15 tomorrow afternoon. And I believe we're also going to be seeing some of the Always a Raider award as well, the award that goes to the Shaker hockey players that have been with the program for a long time. Sometimes you get some of the JV players in there as well, but we're going to see we believe we're going to be seeing that tomorrow, because typically that's what we see for one of the final home games of the season. Of course, the final home game being against Benedictine on the 2nd of February. But keep in mind, we've actually got 3 more games. On Tuesday, we've got our only weekday game of the season, as it's going to be Shaker Heights versus Walsh Jesuit, the varsity game between GLHL rival opponents. Be sure to tune in to all of these games, as they're all going to be good rivalry matchups. Of course, the game against Holy Name tomorrow, on Tuesday against Walsh Jesuit. And then after that, the weekend after is going to be the final weekend of regular season hockey for varsity. Then they go out to the Cleveland Cup tournament and battle for the Cleveland Cup. Shaker yet to win the Cleveland Cup. We'll see if they can do it this year on the varsity squad. And of course, the OHSAA state tournament would be to follow. Jack Sharp holds it in the Red Raider zone, trying to have it escape, but the puck sent right back on net, or I believe actually just over, by number 22. This one going to be just out of reach of Max Brokaw. Would have been a breakaway had there just been a little less oomph behind the puck. And men are right now in shots on goal for the third, 0-8. Obviously, Shaker with the lead. So that gets it to be 34-9 on the evening. Here from the point, it was Elliot Hanna trying to send it on net. Cardinal closing his legs, trying to save that goal from becoming a reality. And here's the shot, goes wide, tipped, and behind the net of number 31. 8 minutes to go in the third period. 5-0 Shaker with the lead. Axel Schneider back out right now with Isaac Lazar and Max Brokaw. Hanna trying to send it back into the slot, but a poke check ended the threat and sent it away. Now this one going to be sent on net. Maya just making the save. $7:38 left to go in the third and final period of play. 5-0 your score. Here to the near side boards. Elliot Hanna is looking to try and free it out from the boards. Battle 2-on-2. 2 Raiders, 2 Cardinals. Getting it out at first was Shaker, but back in the neutral zone, Menor took it away. Here's Elliot Hanna sending it up into the possession of the Cardinals. Pierce trying to take it back. Unable to do just that, but here's Aaron Miller. Back over, trying to find Pierce. Pierce can't handle it for now, but now back Miller. Miller right up against the referee. He's just staying put for now. 3 Raiders against a Cardinal. The Cardinal's going to be able to jab this one out from the blue line. Shaker handles in their own zone, getting a couple of changes. Pass up to Dudek. One of the 3 goal scorers for Shaker today. Of course, it's been him, it's been Max Brokaw, and then 3 goals coming from the lone man, Isaac Lazar. 2 of those goals being on the shorthanded. Here, good work by Max Brokaw, coming from behind, taking the shot. It hit a stick right in front, and so the shot will go wide, but great effort that time. Elliot Hanna with the blast, and a kick save gets it wide once again. 6:30 to go in the third, handling it behind the net. is Menor for now, trying to clear it out of the zone there. A hit laid down on the near side. The varsity guys loving it over there along the bleachers here at the J.M. Bartley Arena. Here behind the net, trying to send it out, was Hackney, met quickly. So Elliott Hanna going to pick up the trash and skate it up. He'll go between the legs of number 20 of the Cardinals and hold them up here. Now out in front, it was number 24, Lincoln Goldstein, trying to bury it home on an assist from Hanna. Unfortunately not the case. 6 minutes to go in this third period of play. Great hustle that time from Elliott Hanna, the defenseman, trying to make the goal happen. But still no defenseman being able to score just yet today. All goals from forwards. Also, all goals coming from freshman forwards. Here behind the net of the Cardinals, it goes out in front to Schneider, and on the backhand, the save is made. .5:53 to go in the third. 5-0 your score. Shaker leading. Face-off taken over by Menor. Again, that's been Mentor's one good area here today, and maybe Shaker's poor area. Here's Goldstein on the back check, getting back over to the other number 24 on the ice for Menor. Delayed offsides. Menor needs to touch back up in the neutral zone, and eventually they're going to. Here, Schmidt leaving it up. He was trying to find Claspy, number 22 to 2. Oh, Schneider trying to get it up to Goldstein. Goldstein trying to find Brokaw. Brokaw taking it. Toe drags around one man, taken down from behind. Goldstein back with it, taking the shot. Will it sneak through? No, the save made. But it looks like it was blown dead before. So we'll see where the face-off goes. That was a cross-check on Max Brokaw. Didn't see that one. Yeah, I didn't see that penalty at all, but I assume the referee ain't making it up. Here trying to poke this one out is Shelfer. Kept in at the point. The shot made. The glove save made with 5:24 to go in the third. Of course, one more goal, I believe, would mean running clock if it's the same in JV as it is for varsity. We had that happen last night as Shaker took on University School. Here, Aaron Pierce trying to skate it up from the near side boards, pickpocketed by the Cardinals, handling the neutral zone. And now here comes number 35, putting on the brakes, getting a shooting lane, taking the shot, but it closes quickly as Lazar's skate gets right back where it needs to be. Here's Aaron Pierce trying to get there first. And he's going to in the corner, though it was hit by the stick of the goaltender. He is going to get it into the corner. 80 seconds left to go on Max Brokaw's penalty. Again, for cross-checking. Less than 5 minutes to go here in the third. Skating it up the near side boards. It's number 35. Beating Jack Sharp for now. Taking the rip at it. It's loose out in front of the crease. Mayan unable to cover up, but Shaker's defensive sticks able to sweep it away. And Isaac Lazar looking for a third goal on a short-handed chance. Moving it forward. Holds up for the moment as the puck escapes his grasp. Now Menor just going to try to send this one down the length of the ice, and indeed they will for the icing on Menor. 51 seconds left to go on Brokaw's penalty. And what has been, again, a dominant game to the advantage of the Red Raiders. Face-off taken over by the Cardinals. Going to try to clear it out once again, maybe. Again, they're acting like they're on the penalty kill, but that's just not the case. Here, a shot being made from out wide. That time it came from number 14, Dudek. This is going to be a delayed offsides. Miller stares down the puck across the blue line. Now he'll get it back, looking for an opportunity on the attack as he's thrown into the near side boards. What are they going to call that? My goodness. Men are going to get called again. That felt really rather soft. Barely touched the guy. It was a very small build, number 27, going on Aaron Miller. He basically bounced off of him, but the referee's still going to call it. With 3:53 to go in the third period, Shaker is going to go on the power play in the next 20 seconds. Here, Axel Schneider was looking for the tip in front of the crease. The initial shot coming from Glaspie. James Schmidt over there on the far side boards now as well, as men are going to clear this one out just past the referee. And Brokaw getting set probably to join the play. Axel Schneider holding it in his own zone. Now he'll come in. Brokaw coming in, and he's actually going to hop off over to the bench. Here's Glaspie with a nifty move at the point, getting it over. He's looking to Lincoln Goldstein. Goldstein trying to enter into the slot, nothing doing. James Schmidt going to use the backhand, send it back into the corner. Now, there, nifty move from Axel Schneider. Schneider on the shot, it'll go wide. Just barely missing the referee along the corner boards. Now over to Schneider. Schneider trying to poke it back into the slot, looking for a secondary chance. There, handled by Hackney for a moment, but now sent back in. Here delayed offsides. Axel Schneider still going to get there first, even though he did touch onside. Less than a minute to go on power play. Here Schneider evading the hit, trying to send it back up to the point for Schmidt. Hackney right there. Schmidt going to handle it at the point, taking the rip at it. It'll go wide to the left side. Men with an opportunity to clear it down. They're going to take it and kill off a couple more seconds. 40 seconds left on the power play. Here, pass up, Max Brokaw. Brokaw looking to go into the slot. Poke checked real quickly that time. It'll go back to Hackney. Hackney gets it back. Brokaw as he swats it out of the air, back onto his stick, trying to make the shot happen from out wide. 2:10 to go in the period. This shot, I believe, hit a glove of a Cardinal defenseman. Here's an opportunity for Goldstein, and he scores! Goldstein, the defenseman, with goal number 6 for the Red Raiders. 6-0 goes your score with 2:03 to go in the game. And now running clock will go with a 6-goal differential. With running clock, we will just see the final moments tick away even with the whistle. Wait. I believe that was a power play goal that time from Lincoln Goldstein. Man comes out of the box. We're back to 5-on-5 with 100 seconds remaining in the game. Here's Jack Sharp from his own face-off circle trying to send it up to Dudek, one of the goal scorers here today. 90 seconds left to go as it'll just get past him. Icing waved off as I believe it just barely grazed a stick on the way down. This shot tipped, goes wide. Dudek trying to get back to it. And here it's with Glaspie. Back to Dudek. Dudek. His shot goes up, tipped into the glass. Here's Pierce trying to get it. Now over, looking for the pass to Glaspie. It'll go right off his stick into the corner. And now there, a big hit laid down by, I'm not exactly sure who the hit was laid on, if it was Dudek or if it was that Cardinal there in the corner. But regardless, both men went down. Here's Menner. That pass goes wide. It'll go down the length of the ice. Icing is going to be waved off. Jack Sharp, I believe, thought it was going to be whistled, considering he was kind of just lazily gliding over to the puck in the corner. 40 seconds left to go in this third and final period. Here, Axel Schneider hangs on in his own zone. Now skates it up along the boards. Elects not to pass it. He's just looking for his own goal. He's looking for the goal. He's hooked, sent into the corner boards. He's not going to get the referee to raise the hand and blow the whistle. Here, Aaron Miller trying to send it on net. Nothing doing. Wrapped around the boards. And this time it's Fitzgordon trying to get it over to his co-defenseman Elliot Hanna, and this time it'll clear out of the zone. Down the ice, it'll go right to the stick of Elliot Hanna. Hanna makes one man miss, goes up, finds Max Brokaw. 4 seconds left to go, looking for one final offensive shot, and it's loose out in front of the crease, but the time will expire with the running clock. Shaker with a big time W for the JV squad. And again, with Eric Hulme out with National Guard duty, big shout out to assistant coach Rob Watson for covering in his absence. So now men are going to go into the handshake line. And all is well between coaches and players. As big of a rivalry as it is between the public schools that play at that up-tier level of Shaker and Menor, these are two schools that are going to be respectful as they make their way to center ice. Thank you very much for tuning in. Let's give you the stats before we head off. Shaker with a very, very dominant performance, and we saw it in the shots attempted 66 times. Did Shaker try to fling it on net to Menor's 18 times. They hit the shots on goal 38 to 12, and then for the face-offs, it was 26 to 28, actually in the advantage of Menor. Now on the power play, Shaker's JV squad got one opportunity. They were able to tack it on courtesy of a goal from the defenseman Lincoln Goldstein. The other goals coming from Dudek, Max Brokaw, and a hat trick coming from Isaac Lazar. Shaker celebrating behind us. You can hear the cheers. On the other end, Menor going 0 for 5 in their power play, so great penalty kill from Shaker Heights today. And again, 2 shorthanded goals for Shaker whenever they were on the penalty kill. It really did not feel like it because they were always on the attack. They were the team setting up, even though they only had 4 guys out on the ice. How about that? But for now, thank you very much for tuning in. My name is Vaughn Ullum, covering the JV hockey squad, and indeed, it's a very, very fun team to watch. I can see where the hype is coming from around this Shaker younger squad, but hopefully you got familiar with some of these players. Again, Max Brokaw, Isaac Lazar, Axel Schneider, the top guys that you're going to be seeing out there on the varsity squad, and maybe you're going to see them tomorrow as well against Holy Name. We're going to be back here at the JM Bartley Arena covering the varsity game against Holy Name. Puck drop should be around 4:15 p.m. We're going to be covering that here for the play-by-play. My name is Vaughn Ullum. We'll see you then.